Hey, welcome back to writing day 2. Now on day 1, we talked about something that we really like. So for example, I like my motorcycle. And we created a thinking map for it, and we only came up with just 2 ideas because it's been a long time since we've been writing. So we're just going to stick with 2 for this project. Next project we'll bump it up and get some more ideas. But this one, just 2. So center of my map, I came up with I like my motorcycle. This is my subject. This is what I'm going to write about, and that's going to become my topic sentence. These are my supportive details. When I write it, I feel free, and I have owned it for 16 years. So today we're going to take this and we're going to turn it into an outline. Now in class we use those cards. We use the green card for go, the yellow card for slow down, and the red card for stop and think. Obviously I can't come to your house and hand you cards. So I'm going to show you a way you can get around that so we can still do it, but just we won't have the cards to do it. So what you're going to need is a blank piece of paper if you can find one at home. If you can't, you can use anything you can write on. You can use a line paper, that'll work for it. You can use the back of an old assignment. Even cardboard boxes work. Just anything that you can write on. And hopefully you have some crayons laying around. Most people have these somewhere, or markers or any kind of color. What we're going to do is we're going to create our cards on paper so we don't have to have me come to your house because that's a little hard to do. So obviously the first card we're working with is what color? Green. Green means go. We're going to go with our first idea. So I'm going to create a card here with my green crayon, kind of a forest green. And I'm going to look at my map. Now remember, green is for your topic sentence. The topic sentence is what you're writing about right here in the middle. I like my motorcycle. All I have to do is copy that down and I've got it. I'm done. So, I like my, but you know what? If I just say I like my motorcycle, it is kind of boring, isn't it? We talked about adjectives and adverbs before we left. Remember? Words that describe nouns or words that describe verbs because they make sentences sound a lot more exciting. So it's just me just saying I like my motorcycle. I'm going to say I like my amazing motorcycle. So that's my green card, my topic sentence card. That's my first one. I'll even put a number 1 there just like we do in class. The next color we're going to use is, yeah, you know it, yellow. Yellow means, obviously, slow down. And if you can't see me draw the yellow card out really well, don't worry about it because we know it's there. So yellow means slow down. Now for your yellow idea, you're going off, once again, your map. And these are the supportive ideas we came up with our map. So we're going to slow down and think about how I can get this onto the paper here. So my first one, when I write it, I feel free. The first thing I got to ask myself, is that a complete sentence? And I'm looking at it, and when I write it, I feel free. Yeah, that's a good sentence. I don't think I really need to change that one at all. So, when you're doing this, make sure your sentences are starting with a capital and they're ending with a period. We were having a hard time with that for quite a while. So, let me add my sentence in. When, capital W, I ride it, I feel free. Period. And I'm going to call that number 2. Remember, you got to make sure your sentences start with a capital and with a period. The easiest way to think about that is everything in the box is one sentence. The very first letter in that box should be capital. The very last thing written in that box should be a period. And that is in every single box. So don't forget that. Now comes the hard part. This is where we pull out the red. And the red means stop and think about it. So let me put our red box up here. So I'm going to stop and think about what I wrote. When you stop and think, you can explain more about what it is this one is. You can give me more details about it, explain it, give your opinion of it. What do you think about it? You're just trying to write more about it. So I wrote, when I write it, I feel free. So what more can I say about that? Oh no, that wouldn't work. When I write it, I feel free. Why do I feel free? Yeah, that would work. You know, ask yourself why. Why did you put this? What was the reason for putting that? That's a great way to come up with ideas for it. So when I write it, I feel free. Why do I feel free? Oh, I, capital letter, can feel the wind in my face. That's definitely a good reason for feeling free. Period at the end, capital in the beginning. So, forgot. Someone should have yelled at me. That's a number 3. All right. So, going back, remember we do green, yellow, red, and then we're going to go back and do yellow again and a red for that yellow again. So, going back to my map. Remember, your map's telling you where you're going with your writing. So, back to my map. I did this one, so I can cross it off. That way I don't accidentally rewrite it. I've only got one more left. I have owned it for 16 years. So, I'm going to put a yellow up for that, a yellow box. And you're noticing I'm probably going to run out of paper. But that's okay because I can just get another sheet and do the rest on another sheet. So, yellow box. And, whoops, wrong pen. Too many things in my hands. So, let me look at my map again because I forgot. Oh yes, I have owned it for 16 years. So I can say, I'm going to add some extra words into that because I don't think that's the best sentence. I've owned it for 16 years. Yeah, blah, blah, boring. So, I have owned my motorcycle. See, I'm adding to it, make it a little more interesting, for 16 long years. Oh, that's a much more interesting sentence, period. And that's card 4. All right. So, that's card 4. I've owned it for 16, I've owned my motorcycle for 16 long years. I don't need to look at my map again because I'm going to a red now. And the red, am I going to have the right crayon? No. All right, there we go. The red is where you stop and think about the yellow idea. It's not where you're thinking about a whole new idea. You're going to explain this one some more. So I'm going to explain my card number 4 some more. I'm going to sneak this one in here. And what can I say about it? I've owned my motorcycle for 16 years. I could tell more about it. Like, I bought it in 2004. Yeah. I could give my opinion on it. You know what? I'm going to go with my opinion this time because I like that. I think that's pretty good. I've owned my motorcycle for 16 long years. I'm going to say that is a long time. Oops. Oh man, I'm having a hard time writing like this, but there we go. So that is a long time. So that's my card 5. Now we all know I've got everything off my map done. I'm going to double check my map. Yep, that's the last one I have there. It's on there. I got that one on there. Done. I can go ahead and just put the map down for now. I don't need it. What I do need is one last card. We've got to wrap this story up. We started with the green card. I like my amazing motorcycle. I went to my yellow. When I ride it, I feel free. That came from my map. Went to the red card. I can feel the wind in my face. That came from where? Not the map. Came from your brain. I've owned my motorcycle for 16 years. Came from your map. That's a long time. Came from my brain. So we wrap it up with one last card, and that is a green card. On your green card, and I'm not going to put this up because this is too easy for you. On the green card, that's number 6. And if you have to, if your paper looks like mine, if you have to just flip it over. You can just use the back. And actually, you know what? If I do that, I can flip it over. See, I'm smart. All right. And everyone's probably going, you could have done that a while ago. Yeah, I know. All right. So my last card, what number was that again? Let me double check. Oh yeah, 5. So this is going to be 6. So card 6. All you're going to do for card 6, and you'll notice we're using green again, because this is easy. This is one of the easiest parts of the whole paper. But people always think the ending is so hard. The ending is super easy. All you're going to do is look at that. I like my amazing motorcycle. I'm going to end it the same way I started it. I can add words to it. I can make it a teeny bit different, but you're going to have the same idea. You're going to talk about what you like. So I'm going to say and I'm going to add a word into it. Really like my amazing motorcycle. And that's my card 6. And I am done. Thank you. Tomorrow, we're going to put all this into our rough draft. That's kind of one of the easy parts too. It's just copying those cards. And by the end of the week, we'll have a finished product. So, thank you guys so much. We'll see you tomorrow.